This story is about what some of the time between adventures looked like while I was living in Mount Cook. Hey there, I'm Jeff, an outdoor educator and guide who spends most of the year helping teens connect with the outdoors and then uses the off-season to chase a few adventures of my own. I came back from Mount Wakefield beat up and bruised, but feeling particularly grateful for coming back in one piece, and for the friends that helped me do that. I had some ideas for trips to take that I put on ice while I recuperated, but when some friends said they were walking to a nearby glaciated lake, I couldn't say no. This was the coldest water I had ever experienced, and we didn't do ourselves many favors by doing it on a windy day after the sun had set over the mountains. Regardless, I'm happy to have checked it off my bucket list.
Yeah, how was it?
Fucking cold.
Fucking cold.
Fucking cold.
Fuck shit, right?
Fucking cold.
Fucking cold. Woo!
On one of my off days from work, I decided to take a drive out of the valley and to the nearest city for some supplies. Most of my list was made up of gear that would allow me to take a little bit more time on my future adventures. I was able to procure all of the items, plus a little extra, but by putting myself in a financial hole I was just starting to dig out of, I felt committed to this pursuit in a new way. And I didn't have much confidence, so I was second-guessing my place in all this pretty strongly.
I feel like an outsider all the time. I feel too fat to be a mountaineer. I feel like I'm too dumb or something. I don't know. Maybe that's just really mean. Like, I say it out loud and I think, well, that's not fair. But it's how I feel a lot of the time. Yeah.
At the end of the day, I realized that feeling of not being good enough or not being a true mountaineer wasn't going to go away on its own. I had to prove it wrong simply by continuing to try and learning from my mistakes. Because that's what all this is about anyways. At least, in my opinion. In the next chapter, I take my new gear out on my first overnight trip in the mountains. I get to use crampons for the first time, practice how to stop in case of a fall, and climb to a new high point, which allows me to see the valley from a brand new perspective. But that's a story for another day.